My first commercial aired. It is so long overdue. I literally went to LA in November. We filmed it in November. It didn't air until March, until halfway through March, right? So all the excitement kind of like left my body. And I was like, oh yeah, it aired, whatever. But like when I first got it, I was like, oh my God. And then it like went away because I was excited. November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. But it's okay. It's out. I look gorgeous. I posted it on my TikTok and my Instagram. So I had friends and family that weren't, you know, aware that I booked that job see it. And it was like really good to like have all the compliments flood in and all the support and all the love. And I'm like, oh, yes. So it brought my excitement back in. Also, this video is long overdue because the commercial definitely aired maybe 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks ago, and I'm just now filming this. It's okay. Life is crazy. Life is busy. As you guys know, I started my AFFIRMLY app YouTube channel. I started my business. I'm getting serious on TikTok. A girl is doing a lot. I'm back in school because I had to take a little break. Now I got 2 more classes left and I'll be done with my master's program in late June. Like, life is moving fast, but I wanted to make sure I tied you guys into this moment. You guys, literally, we talked about this before. Went to Chicago Fashion Week in October to embody constantly being in that type of environment, and it got me out of that funk I was in. Tough times. And literally, like, immediately afterwards, I got news that I got booked. And then I had to get a hostel at Chicago. I stayed at a hostel in Chicago, right? And like that was a new experience for me, and it was like really cool. And when I got booked in LA, like I had to get my own place, booked the hostel. I was like, look at that. Like I literally stepped out of my comfort zone, did what I need to do, and as soon as I got the job, I knew exactly what I needed to do. And then the hostel was like $90 total for 3 nights. For 3 nights, that is a deal of the century, right? That whole experience, it literally feels, I keep saying literally and like, I need to start taking, like, there I go again. I need to start taking articulation or talking classes. I don't want to keep saying like and literally and buffering. Anywho, but it feels like that happened years ago. Like I've moved on, I'm past it. Like there's so many other things I'm worried about. No. It is okay to be happy about this. It's okay to soak this in. It doesn't matter that it happened in November, okay? It aired now, right? So let's talk about it right now. If you're new to my channel, 100 Days with Kajo, this is my channel where I try things for 100 days because I love learning new things. It's all about self-discovery because I was so tired of saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and then I do it for 1 day, 2 days, and then drop it. And then like I get mad. I'm like, oh my God, the year passed by and I could have been so good at it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold myself accountable. You guys are going to hold me accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable if you join me in my journey. And modeling is honestly a constant journey that I want throughout my life. So my modeling journey will surpass the 100 days versus my other series that are on my channel. If you are interested in that, definitely check it out. So far, I have 100 days of Pilates, 100 days of the Stairmaster, and now I'm on 100 days of building our personal constitution. That's super fun, super fun. And if you don't know, I'll tell you guys now. Our personal constitution is a living, breathing document that has our boundaries, our standards, our expectations of who we are and what we want to be. So that way we have a place to ground ourselves when we feel lost and confused and we don't know who we are anymore, that we have literally like a thick packet to tell us who we are. So far, my personal constitution, I've written 10 days worth of the constitution. So like each day is a different part of the constitution. And you guys, quite literally, it's like 10 pages. It's like 10 pages. It's insane. Like I know for a fact, once I get this finished, it's going to be thick. It's going to be thick. And I'm thinking about creating a Substack. So that way you guys will have ability to look at it and I'll be able to write it, because like who knows, maybe one day I'll turn this into a book, and I'm like, I might as well like do little by little chapters now versus waiting all the way until the end and having to write 100 chapters in my book. First of all, this is my modeling journey series. Why am I talking about this? Whatever. Anywho, if you really are new to my channel and you don't know what I'm talking about as far as this commercial jump, definitely check out my other videos. We have vlog 19 where I talk about my flight, which was so hectic the day I have to do my fitting and like all that. So like super excited. I meet one of the other models in my agency that we've like texted, but like we hadn't met in person. Well, no, we met briefly in person before, but we actually hung out. That was super fun. On vlog 20, it was my off-duty model day because they didn't need me for the first day of shooting. So I literally got to see there I go again, saying literally. I got to see the Hollywood sign. I got to travel. I got to just walk around and visit different places in LA. It was really fun. I made great friends at my hostel there. Love them. Some of them are from the Philippines, Indonesia. Another one was from Australia, and she was going to Canada because she was taking a break from work. I think she was taking a sabbatical, and I was like, oh my god, like I love this. It was a man who was from Germany. He's literally been everywhere. Another guy in New Zealand, and then immediately leaving LA, he was going to Japan. He was staying there for 3 months with a friend who barely spoke English, but he's like, it's all love. I'm like, oh my god, like these are amazing people. My experience was amazing. I loved it. And can I be real with you guys? I cross my legs. Can I be real with you guys? So today is April 1st. And I heard back from this competition that I submitted for. And in vlog 22, it's called Starting with a Bang, I talk about how I received an email and I got accepted for the second round, and I was in the top 40 out of 1,000 people, and I've been going through this process since August of 2024. We are now in April of 2025. Me and my friend were talking, and we said it has literally been almost a year. That's how long the process has been. And I betted a lot on this. And I even left my job in January because that's how much I trusted myself and believed in myself that I would get this and that was for me. I already cried about this, so I'm not crying now. I already put makeup on. It's bulletproof! I'm not crying now. But I left my job. Look, thank God. I'm so grateful that I live with my parents. You know, I don't necessarily have any bills or debt and all that stuff. So like truly blessed in that regard. But I left and I decided to pursue my other passions and aspirations. And one of the things was I truly believe that this was going to catapult me and move my life in the direction that I really wanted it to go. And when it didn't happen, when it didn't come through in that way, right? Maybe I'm going to be surprised. I'm talking to God right now. No? Okay. Maybe in the future, near future, far future, God, hopefully it's the near future, I will be surprised with something bigger and better and more impactful, and it moves me quicker than this other thing that would have moved me. And I'm not going to say what competition it is. Again, I don't know how much I can say about it. They're being discreet on their end so far, and this is their first time having the competition, so I want to respect that. That's why I'm like, this competition, like I wish I could tell you, but like out of respect, whatever. And there was some disappointments along the way getting to April 1st, right? I had a whole bunch of castings and self-tapes that I submitted for in January and February and March that I just knew I would get. None of them came through. None of them happened, you know? And like, I'm like picking myself. I'm like, it's okay. Like, move on. It's okay. Move on. It's okay. Move on. And I kept saying, you know what? These are not working out because this competition that I've been working towards since August of last year, that's my big break. That is going to be it. That's going to be the thing that puts me in the direction, in the spaces, and the people and the opportunities that I need to be. And I was so hopeful on it, and I was given so much love from the judges and the people participating. You know, okay, fun fact, because I, again, didn't talk about this. I know this is supposed to be about my commercial, but you guys will be okay. I was told that when I first submitted to the competition in August, that my video was cutting up, that it wasn't very clear, even the audio was a little messed up, but they said that my personality and my smile and my energy shined through all of that mess, and they loved me, right? They was popping a girl's head. No wonder a girl was overly optimistic. And I don't say that in a bad way, but I was overly optimistic. And then I'm like, okay, move on. Second round, they tell me like, oh, you made it to the second round, top 40 out of 1,000 people. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, cool. They tell me the person that I talked to, we had met in the summer. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is the invisible string theory, like Taylor, like I'm thinking about a Taylor Swift song. So I'm thinking about this song and I'm like, oh, it's so freaking true. We connected there and now we're reconnecting for this competition. And she's like, yes, I remember your face. And I was like, you know, super excited. And she, like, we click and she loves my energy and I love her energy. And like, y'all, she's a baddie. I can't tell you guys who she is. Again, they are fairly discreet about the competition, so I will be discreet about it. But she is big. She is big. She is major. Major, not minor, major. And we were like, we clicked. Loved her. Then second rounds come around and they reevaluate our videos and say like what you need to work on. And they pretty much tell me, you're perfect. Everything you did is great. And I'm like, oh my God. They had no pointers for me. They're like, honestly, you're amazing. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I know, right? Wrong. If that were truly the case, will we not go there? Will we not go there? I was so optimistic, you guys, and it just hurt. It really hurt. So even now, as I'm making this video, earlier I was thinking about it, and I've been trying to like make myself feel better about it. And if you're following along with the personal constitution, one of our grounding articles is how to interact with sadness and not put it on a pedestal and not allow it to cripple you. And I am practicing what I'm preaching, okay? I immediately afterwards, I'm like, it's cool. It's cool. Like, I processed it a little bit. I talked to a friend. Like, she called me and we were talking about it because she was in it too. And she said she didn't get it. So, like, boom. There. A distraction immediately. Okay, cool. I had stuff to do today. I went and did my laundry. I washed my bed sheets. Like, I'm doing it in the middle of me washing my bed sheets. I just busted out crying. I busted out crying. Because I was so sad I didn't get it. And it kept me still, not doing much around the house for 2.5 hours. I ain't crying. Hold up. Okay. It had me just so hurt. And I just had so much, I had so much writing on this or on that, past tense, right? It already passed me. And it felt like I was just being disappointed again of like 3 months of me trusting it and it not coming. And like when I was sad, it was like in my head. And I was like, no, you're not going to say this stuff in your head. Talk out loud. So I took a lap. I went outside. I took a lap. Okay. I was out there and you guys know me. I love my EFT tapping. You know, like my emotions are here. Right. So I'm tapping. I'm telling myself that. First of all, when I do this, I don't like to bulldoze my feelings. I like to address how I feel, acknowledge how I feel, because I was hurt. I was sad, and that's okay to be hurt and to be sad, but I didn't want it to become my default. I didn't want it to become my expectation of the things I'm coming after or going after. So I acknowledged how I felt, saying why I was crying, why I felt like I was behind, why I felt like everything was surpassing me. And then I've been trying for 4 years in total, right? Like since COVID. And it just not nothing, okay? Because good things have happened between then and now regarding modeling. Don't get me wrong, but in the ways that I wanted it to, nothing stuck. And I had to like really let myself cry about it and reassure myself that I wasn't making the wrong decision like other wrong decisions I've made in the past, right? Or like which deterred me more, right? A big theme that I've been trying to overcome my modeling career, in my academic and professional career, in my love life, in my like personal emotional things. Oh, you guys, I'm not crying, okay? I did my makeup for a reason. Was not feeling behind, you know? And I didn't really have that much of an issue when I was younger, like middle school and high school and even most of college. Let's say like the first 3 years of college. That was never something that festered in me. But I think it was when I had to kind of choose my own path and to see that people already chose their path and they're excelling, or that people started when they were young and I didn't. And like people are receiving things that like I feel like I've longed for so long, and I decided to like disregard and then like forget about it because they're like, oh, don't think about it and it'll come, you know. And that's for everything, and it didn't. And I was like, okay, well, not thinking about it didn't come, and then thinking about it, it didn't come, and it just became the snowball effect. And I spent months, maybe even a year and a half, almost 2 years. You're not getting me today. I spent almost a year and a half, 2 years working through my emotions and not putting my doubt and fear on a pedestal and seeking them out in my day-to-day life. You know, like if you expect it, then you subconsciously like seek it out, right? And I didn't want to do that. And today, again, like I said, I took that lap. I was out there walking for like an hour, crying and walking and tapping and speaking positive affirmations for an hour. That's what I needed. It didn't matter that I had homework that I needed to do and I'm getting ahead, whatever, but I needed that moment. And especially in modeling, if any of you guys are in modeling or trying to start modeling or just very new into it, there are times you'll start to question if you're even pretty, right? Because you know you're pretty. Like, I'm looking at the mirror, right? This lip gloss, popping. You'll question, am I pretty enough, right? Is it not working because I'm ugly? Is it not working because I'm not super tall? Is it not working because I'm not super thin? And even though the industry is very diverse now, you know, pretty diverse comparatively to prior years, it's like, why am I not enough? You begin to question that and then begin to ask yourself, is the universe or God or Allah or whoever you seek guidance from telling me that this isn't for me? You know, because a big theme for me was, am I being tested? Not tested, I guess. Am I being tested with smaller things leading up to something bigger? Or is this God telling me like, this isn't for you? You know, and it was like, it was tough trying to decide between the two. And I decided to lean more towards the right and believe that maybe it was a test or stepping stone or a little bump in the road. And that's for everything, not just for today with the news I got back from the competition, but everything in my life. So don't give up. Be strategic in the way you address your emotions, because I could have let earlier just distraught me and I could have been in bed. 2 years ago, I would have been out of it. A year and a half ago, I would have been out of it. Just today would have been wasted. This video wouldn't have been made. And that's probably why, like, I started my YouTube channel in 2023, but I stopped. You know, it's because my emotions would get in the way of me. And I'm not saying emotions are bad. Emotions are needed. They are needed. But if you view your feelings as facts all the time, it will further deter you from what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be. So definitely took that time to reground myself, and I'm really glad that I took that time to do that, because I'm like, okay, it's cool. Like I have some other photos that I have ready to upload to my portfolio to update it, you know, and maybe that will kickstart something. Who knows? You just have to like trust. Okay. That was a lot, and I know that was a long tangent, but I felt like it was needed because it literally happened today. Anywho, back to the commercial. I super proud of myself. It was super fun. There's that car scene. I'm gonna show you guys the video, but there's a car scene and it whips around so quickly. We were doing that car scene for maybe 2 hours, maybe even 3, for a long time. Okay, it was a 12-hour shoot, at least for me. Other people were there, were on set, Universal Studios, at like 5, 4, 3 in the morning. I didn't have to get there until like 8, right? And we all left at like 8 p.m. So 12 hours indeed, like almost 9 really, maybe even 10. But we filmed that one scene so many times, and all I had to do was like, we were like squatting, we had to like drop down and like smile and act like we just got in the car. Literally did not think that you had to put so much energy into that. And it wasn't really us per se, but it was like the lighting and the sound and all these things. And I felt like the least important person there, and I probably was the least important person there. Okay, the directors, the light crew, the camera crew, like everyone else, mad important. And I knew that before, but mad important. Okay, they did all the work. I know they're tired. They deserve a hot meal, every one of them. And later, we had to do the scene in front of the Universal Studios entrance. We did that for a long time. At that point, I was tired. Also, LA gets cold. I didn't know that. I always thought people wearing sweatshirts were lying. I was like, man, it's sunny. Like, why are you wearing sweatshirts? It gets cold. It gets cold. They had me in a dress and some pantyhose and just little cute boots. But it was fun, you guys, and being there, and I talked about it in my other videos. I believe in vlog 21 where I actually talked about the day and talk about like afterwards with a friend that I met there. But in that video, I discussed how being there allowed me to de-glamorize LA and modeling. And not that I put it on this giant pedestal before, but because it felt so far away, because it felt almost unattainable, that it just felt like, oh my God, this is everything. This is everything. I get there and it was everything. It was an amazing experience. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. But I was able to relax. You know, I feel that that experience allowed me to chill out and not be so freaking worried about things moving quickly. And even now, today, definitely sad that things didn't move the way I wanted it to. And I'm just going to be hopeful that they will move in ways then that I could have never imagined, that I will be pleasantly surprised, and that my hope and positivity wouldn't have amounted to nothing. And I think that's a fear that I've had for a long time, that let's say it does come around and it just wasn't worth it. You know, like, that's something I still need to work through. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. But being there allowed me to kind of settle down. Be like, okay, like, it is worth it, but I can also chill because it's not everything. And I'm having to remind myself today, I'm saying this because, you know, when it gets late and it gets dark, that's when your mind wants to go into places that you don't want it to go to, and it starts to like, oh my God, like, you're nothing. You're worthless. You amount to nothing. You're ugly. Nobody loves you. Like, stop! Stop. I'm none of those things. I'm inherently worthy. I'm inherently lovable. I'm inherently unstoppable. Okay? We all are. That being said, let's watch this freaking commercial. I love you guys so much. Thank you for like being on this journey with me. Why does it sound like this is the end of the series? No. We will be back with more. I'm hopeful and positive for the future, and I will definitely be updating you guys on what's going on with my life as far as like modeling, and I will try my best to be more timely. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. Okay. Catch you later. There's no audio, but this is the commercial. I wasn't here for this part, but oh, I met that guy. He's super nice. Oh my God, there's me. Ah! Oh, this was so fun. I think they were there since 5 a.m. Okay, look, boom, there I go again. Like, comment, subscribe, and definitely check out my other channels, Affirmly Sounds for soundscapes and Affirmly Active Affirmations for personalized affirmations and affirmation guided yoga.